Hey Taurus. So, mini message for Taurus. So, let me grab these. This oracle card here is the subject. So, we have a personal issue reaches resolution. And so, what I'm getting from this Taurus is that I want to say that you are trying to either do some kind of personal healing of an emotional nature, or, maybe there is some personal issue in your life that you're trying to kind of get your hands around it. And what is getting in the way is we have the King of Coins. So it can be maybe there is an issue with funds. Maybe you don't feel like you have enough money to take care of this, but honestly, I don't really feel like you need a lot of money for this. I don't think this is I don't think you have to buy stuff to I don't think you have to buy a lot of stuff to take care of this. I mean, for this King of Coins, I mean, it's all drab. The even the vegetables, the harvest, it looks they look old, like old and crusty, kind of. So, really, what I think is getting in the way of resolution here is probably an old way of doing something. And it could just be that maybe you're a little rusty. I mean, just like this guy, I mean, he looks a little rusty. Like maybe you're just a little rusty and you're not used to dealing with this kind of stuff. Or maybe you've put it off so long that you don't even have the first clue where to begin. Something like that. So I want to say that instead of like a King of Coins energy, you would need more like a page type energy, like something new and a little bit excited, and just to get you going here. So here, this is why you want to do this. Oh, and we have the Sun, which is nice. It's like you want to have a more control over your own happiness. Really, it's just resuming control. I don't know if you've put your happiness in other people's hands, which is never a good idea because you're responsible for it yourself, right? That could have been an awareness that got you to this point here. Yeah, because this is the past here. We have the Three of Swords in the past, and things didn't work out quite so well when you let other people hold your heart and your happiness. And I don't mean sharing, I mean like controlling her, you know what I mean? Because obviously love is supposed to be shared. So here, this is what could be, or something, either something that hangs over you or what could be. So we have strength here. What I'm seeing here is a possibility of you really standing up and looking eye to eye at what makes you feel uncomfortable. This could be like a very uncomfortable situation, staring. If you were the bunny and you're staring into the lion, you know what I mean? But it's a possibility. It's in this position of a possibility. So I think you really are able to stand up for what makes you happy and know that you have control. You have control over that. And so one thing here that you're going to have to get through, it's kind of like a step on the path that you're going to have to get through to keep moving forward, is this right here, which is the Magician. And this is you, again, you taking control. This is taking control of your own happiness. This is you creating the conditions that are best for you, whether it's just, like the conditions of your energetic realm, like what you put in and absorb into your aura, or just your general environment, like who you let into your life. It could be something about boundaries, but you're definitely going to have to take control and kind of bring about what is healthiest for you, because other people or other things are not going to do it for you. It's going to come from you. And so here, this is something that you have either negative thoughts about or are afraid of. And we have the Four of Swords. I'm just seeing like, I'm kind of getting like sleeping on the job here. I think there's a part of you that may feel that you haven't done enough, Taurus. You feel like maybe I've been a little lazy. Maybe I haven't done everything I could for myself, and just kind of like moping out about it. So here, this is what people think around you. There, oh cool. We have the little page, the page energy we're looking for. So that's kind of a clue here, Taurus, that around you there are examples. So I think if you kind of look around and see, just like maybe people in your friend group or your soul tribe or what have you, how are they approaching similar type things? Because you might actually get some ideas. So here, this is hopes and dreams. And we have Two of Blades. So, Taurus, what I'm seeing here with the Two of Blades is that you are looking for, you are looking to eliminate bias here. That's the blindfold is the bias that you're trying to eliminate. And of course, the swords, it's like being able to choose, being able to make a choice without bias. This is you doing kind of justice for yourself, I want to say. And then here, final outcome. And take final outcome lightly because no outcome is final. We have free will. But you have the Tower here. That's actually really cool because you also have the Magician, which means most likely this tower is being created by you, and this tower is necessary. Almost all towers are necessary, to be honest. I mean, just from what I've seen, the reason people don't like them is that they're unexpected. But I think that you have a possibility here to kind of shake things up a little for yourself, Taurus, so that you can harness this sunshine here. All right, I like it. All right, Taurus, this is your mini message. Hey, Virgo. All right, it's mini message time. We're going to do just a quick Celtic cross, or a version of it. All right, for Virgo. Ooh. All right, Virgo, so we have loosen your grip. This card is about coping mechanisms, density, addiction, letting God in. What are you fixated on is what I'm questioning here. Well, the spread will tell us. All right, so you have some kind of either you have a fixation on something, Virgo, or there is just an overall dense energy that you keep going back to. So, and I mean, coping mechanism, maybe there's something to that. Okay. Let's get these a little shuffle for Virgo. So, what is blocking your success here? Two of Blades. It's like you're allowing yourself to be influenced. And it could be a little bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, but I'm just getting that it's kind of allowing yourself to be influenced. Because it's almost like this blindfold is required of you to block out unnecessary energies whether they're in the form of people or media or whatever. It's like you need to block something out in order to have a clear mind to make a decision about how you're going to tackle this. And I want to say that since this here is what's kind of behind all of this, it's kind of the I can't think of the word. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, it's what's behind it. And we have strength. And this is some kind of, I want to say that there's something that has either happened to you recently or something you've done recently, Virgo, that required some kind of strength from you, and you were able to do it, and it actually surprised you. Like, it surprised you how strong you were, and or like maybe it was a situation where you were like you were in a perfect soup. I don't know why I'm saying soup. Like a perfect soup. Like all the ingredients were right for you to blow your top, and you didn't. You kept it cool. And it kind of required just a feat of like a miracle, but you pulled it off. It's like something like that where you were very strong and you surprised yourself and you're like, well, if I could do that, I can do this. So I think you're trying to loosen your grip. You're trying to deal with whatever coping mechanisms you use because you're realizing that you're strong enough that you don't actually need them. And so in the past we have the Eight of Wands. And wow. I'm just seeing you holding yourself back here. I'm not really seeing this as the Eight of Wands being, I don't see anything fast about this. I don't see the normal meaning to Eight of Wands. What I see is someone being held back. You see how his arm, it's like it's stuck in another dimension or something. It's like you're stuck. It's like whatever this density, this whether it's an addiction or a coping mechanism or whatever, it's like this is you getting sucked back in. And I think you've been through that repeatedly. And that's, in the past, right? And so here we have a possibility. Oh, check it out, Eight of Cups. So it is completely possible for you to just walk away from it. It's like I don't know, kind of like I think about like people that try to quit smoking, and because I've quit smoking before, and it's such a mind fuck, right? Where you literally the only thing you have to do is just not smoke. It's like one thing. Just don't do that. Just walk away. Like, just don't do it. And it's such a mind trip, Because like you think, oh well, I need gum and I need patches and I need a 12-step fucking program and blah blah blah. It's like no, you just don't smoke. It's like Anyway, so it's a total possibility that you can absolutely walk away from whatever kind of coping mechanism that is really not healthy for you. And so here, this is something, holy shit. You have Eight of Cups again, and this placement here is something that you're going to have to go through to get through the path. Like this is a stepping stone on the path to resolving this or having success, right? So you're gonna have to do this. And what's cool is that it's a possibility. That's awesome. You got this, Virgo. All right, so something you are afraid of or have negative thoughts about. The Page of Blades. Aw. I think this has a lot to do with feeling naive. Like you're afraid of either being seen as naive or being like having like knowing that like you know better kind of thing. Like damn it, I know better than this. Like I don't know, like kind of embarrassing yourself or something. Like embarrassing yourself to yourself. And that's something to watch out for, because if this festers, it can turn into shame, and we don't want that. All right, so people around you, we have 6 of Wands. So you have a lot of freaking support. You have a lot of support, Virgo. So if you're having a moment of weakness, or if you just don't know what to do, you can totally reach out, because this is what's around you right now, is support. Whether you see it like that or not, it's actually there. So hopes and dreams. 7 of Cups. I kind of like this, because it's like the 7 of Cups. I like that they're not in these confusing clouds like some 7 of Cups cards are. It's like it does feel like hopes and dreamy, right? Like how many different ways, like if I can beat this, imagine all the other things I can have control over, and I don't mean that in a toxic way, but like how many things that I can, it's basically being the master of your domain, right? Like if I can conquer that, I can conquer this, I can conquer that. Like what's next? It's like allowing yourself to expand your horizons. I like it. And so for the final card, we have 6 of Blades, and I'm seeing this as you venturing out, Virgo. It's like you venturing out. It's like, man, I'm done with these swords. I've battled these dense energies. I don't even need these swords anymore, because I got this. I'm ready. Like, you're off to better things. I like it. All right, Virgo, this is your mini message. All right, mini message for Capricorn. All right, we'll start with an oracle card for the situation, and then we'll do a little quick Celtic cross. Okay. A version of the Celtic cross. So we have show the world the real you. I need more. Don't let pride get in your way. You know what this feels like, Capricorn? This feels like avoiding showing your emotions. That's what it feels like. Almost like you're too, like you want to appear as the strong one. I'm the one who's got my shit together. I'm the strong one. I don't crumble. I'm a freaking fortress or whatever, and you're being asked to show the real you, not the image that you have built up in your mind, but the real you. All right, so let's see. All right, let me just mix these up a little bit. All right. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, just so you know. All right, so what's stopping you from showing the world the real you? The Knight of Pentacles. I want to say this is also part of your image. Something about your image, of what you want to present to the world. And of course it's Pentacles. That's, I don't know, it's weird. It's like you are trying to fill a role that, like, I don't know, like you're putting on a suit or a costume and it doesn't quite fit. It makes sense. It might make sense to you. It probably makes sense to other people. Like, oh, of course this is you. But it's not quite. It's not quite you. So it's like you're caught up. I don't know, like maybe you've gone too far. You've always been that way, or you've always portrayed that like if you change now, like maybe people will think you're full of shit. I don't know. It's weird. So what's fueling all of this? Ooh, Eight of Wands. You're trying to get out. This card, I mean, I have blended two full tarot decks together, and this card has come out a lot. But what I'm seeing with this card for these readings is someone standing here, and they're kind of stuck. Their arm is stuck, like in a different dimension, a different timeline, like an old versus new kind of thing. And it's like you're stuck. You feel stuck in this, like, pigeonholed in this direction, this career, this life, or whatever, and you want something different. And the key to doing that is to show the world the real you. So what do we need to know about the past? So the past, we have the Four of Wands. It looks absolutely very sweet. But what I'm seeing here, like, it looks like two people falling in love. Like, this could be like a marriage or something. But what I'm seeing is that you're worried about people liking you for what you've been portraying and not liking the real you. If you were to show emotions, when you don't normally, would they still like you? Would they still accept you, really? Because the Four of Wands is a very welcoming card. It's supposed to be, anyways. And so what's a possibility for you? What hangs over? Possibility. We have the Empress. It's a very cute Empress. So we have the Empress. This is, it's just giving me the impression that everything, like, things are possible. There's a lot of love in this card, and there's a lot of comfort in this card, and I kind of just feel like it's like this big hug, like from your, like, guardian angel or something. It just feels like a big hug, like, hey man, if you want to show some emotions, I'm fucking here for you, and I will bring the tissues. Or, you know what I mean? So this spot here is going to be something that you have to face, or you have to get through in order to get to the end of this part of the journey. Oh, look at you. The Milky Way card. Wow, it's like the universe. You have to get in tune, more in tune with the universe. This is, okay, the real you is a spiritual being. Capricorn, the real you is a spiritual being, and I think the universe is asking you to really acknowledge that, and to be a little bit more open-minded to some of that stuff. I know a lot of you that watch my channel are already open-minded to that, but it's calling for an even opener mind. I don't know what else to say. It's like the vastness, right? We are all like pure magical souls here, and so are you, and it is okay to be one. I don't know, maybe your spirituality is something you've been hiding. Maybe that's not part of this costume, you know? But whatever it is, you're supposed to let it shine. Okay, so here we have something you either have negative thoughts about or something you fear. Oh, you fear letting it loose. For real, letting it loose. This can also be afraid of, like, being vulnerable, like letting your hair down. You're afraid to really let your hair down, Capricorn. It's like when you do, it's part of a costume. And I want to say that this kind of applies to one specific area of your life. If this is resonating with you, you know what area I'm talking about. I don't think this is all encompassing, like, your whole existence, or, you know what I mean? And so around you, there's chaos around you. Capricorn. You know, I believe it. I believe that there's chaos around you because otherwise you wouldn't be trying to get out. You wouldn't be trying to get out. You already know this. You already know that there's chaos around you. And so what you dreaming about? Four of Blades, literally the card about like sleeping and rest. Okay, what are you dreaming about? You want to put it down. There's something you want to put down. Probably the costume. You're tired of doing that. It's like, you know, been there, done that. Got the t-shirt, all that stuff, right? So what's our final card here? Eight of Pentacles. Okay, it's very practical. We're ending on a very practical note, which you are very familiar with, Capricorn. It's like, if you want it, you want out, then work for it. Put in the effort. Put in the effort. Don't let pride get in your way, and show the world the real you. Do it. The Empress will give you a kiss. Okay. Capricorn. All right, here's your mini message.